Alright, Season 7 starting. So, I am notoriously bad with starting seasons on time, so I'm running significantly behind probably what you guys are. But with the patch notes like that, who can blame you for wanting to get the jump on it? Alright, so the character that I'm currently contemplating playing is the Bone Necro. I have played Necro a couple of times in seasons past, so I've done like a Poison Necro, I've done a Summon Necro, but I haven't done a Bone Necro on Ladder before, so maybe I'll give that a go. I'll be honest, I haven't put too much thought into my season character, and that's one I haven't done before on Ladder, so that'll do. I probably should have put more thought into it, because I had to delete a level 90 character to create this one, so thanks, Blizzard. Let's get our character on the way. So we're going to make old... Oh my god. We're going to make old Boner here, and we are going to jump in. Haha. Of course. You're not going to let me call him Boner, are you? You're not going to let me have anything to do with Boner. Let's do that and see if that works. Ah, no. Not at all. How about Bone? Ah! Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Alright, so we're starting with a Necro, which I'll be also perfectly honest, is my least favorite class and my least played class. So I am the most unfamiliar with this class out of anyone in the entire game. So a lot of what I'm doing is going to be basically winging it. All I know is I will create a white wand as soon as possible, and I will also be utilizing as many plus skills along the way as I can. Towards the end, I might try and grab myself a brand bow or something like that, and get myself a ranger necromancer, and all of the synergies of my bone spear will work towards the bone spear that's coming out of the bow, and hopefully I can get some sort of ranger necromancer going, or even a bone hue, or the bone runeward armor, or something like that. Like I said, I haven't figured this out. It's a work in progress. But that's where we're heading for this. So, like I said, I'm running well behind schedule, so I'm gonna run out and level this character up, and I will check in with you guys every now and then, and let you know about how the progress is going. Alright, so I have reached Act 5 with my character in Hell, and I gotta say, guys, it's been easy street. I would say also it's probably been one of the easiest playthroughs of the entire game that I have ever done. I just murder everything. A combination of a few bone spears and a corpse explosion, and everything dies, and I don't have to worry about any immunities, and it's pretty cruisy. And I am someone who generally doesn't really enjoy the Necromancer playstyle, but this has been a little bit refreshing, so that's been nice. I will go over where I am. So currently I'm at level 79, and I have only just hit Act 5, but I did farm Countess from level 68 to level 75 continuously. I'm basically going to gear up my character for endgame by just farming keys. So I'm going to just farm Countess and Summoner and Nilithak to just get keys, and I'm going to sell those to rich people with more money than me, and I'm going to use those runes to gear up my character. One of the good things about this Bone character, though, is to get him set up, you really don't need very much. So I have been smashing absolutely everything, and all I have is this white wand in a 2-socket wand, which I shopped. This one did only have +2 to Bone Spear on it. You can shop a +3, but I'd been shopping for one for about 20 minutes, and I'll be honest, I got a bit bored, so this one is the one that I've been using. But yes, you can get a +8, but this is a +7. I was lucky enough throughout the playthrough to find a lidless, and I have not found any kind of decent necromancer offhand which has been better than this so far. My drops currently have been pretty poor, if I'm perfectly honest. but I did have some luck on both of my forges. Both of my forges yielded runes. Which allowed me to make a bone, because a bone requires 2 runes. So I put those to use by creating one of these. This does have a variable roll on the mana, and I'm pretty much bang in the middle. It does go 100 to 150, and I'm on 122. That's the only variable roll. And the all-res of 30 is very helpful for me, because at the moment, which I'll show you, my resistances are very, very bad. But I have not had any problems at all with survivability or for killing anything. I'd had a drop of a Tarn Helm. Once again, I'm just trying to get some Magic Find to get some better gear. Prior to this, I was just rocking a Lore. And prior to the bone, I was still rocking a stealth. So I've only just made this bone because I've only just done the Hellforge quest. In terms of my other gear, I just have like some res here on my ring. I did find a 30 Nagel, which is very nice. And the rest of it is literally just a Magic Find and res. So I'm literally just using Magic Find and resistance. These boots of 21 lightning, 40 fire. Some faster run walk would be very nice here, but currently I don't have it. And this belt is probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I think I still have this from normal difficulty, and for some reason I'm still wearing it. But I will change that at some point. And then I just have the classic Telestaff on swap, which once again was just shopped very early on. My mercenary. My mercenary is wearing a Treachery, so I had a Lem drop from Countess when I was running Countess over and over and over. I have a 16 Meditation Insight in a Longbow. Ideally, I would have put this in a higher tier bow, but I tried to get Insight as soon as possible because it's a very mana-hungry build, and that was literally the first bow that dropped, so that's what I've got. I have an Ethereal Dust Deep here for the all-res damage reduced. I do need some lifesteal at some area of this, but once again, I have not got there just yet. While farming Countess, I also had this amazing drop for 1 to Poison and Bone skills as a skiller. So that's one of the good drops that I had. And with all of that gear that I have on, it brings my Bone Spear to a level of 32, which is doing 2,000 magic damage at a cost of 14 mana. The rest of my skill point allocation currently is I have maxed out Bone Spirit, I have 16 into Corpse Explosion, I only have 1 into Bone Armor. I have been putting the remainder of my points into Bone Wall, which you will see shortly because this has just been godly for killing people. It also gives me the damage absorbed for my Bone Armor. In terms of curses, all I have is 1 in amp damage. I still have 1 in Iron Maiden, and that is just using that to kill some bosses. In terms of summoning, I have just 1 in the Clay Golem and 1 into each of these to try and get some survivability. The Golem's just is what it is at the moment. It's a little bit of constant recasting, but as I get Torch and Annie and better gear, this level will go up and it'll be a bit of a 1-point wonder and it will get better and better. I do have the ability to raise some mages and with Skeleton Mastery here, which I haven't actually put any points into this. This is from gear. I've also at the moment got a Cold Mercenary, which is proving to be a little bit of a pain for me because she keeps shattering my corpses, which means I can't do Corpse Explosion. But it's been on the list of things to go and change her to fire. I just haven't got around to it yet. And to be perfectly honest, I sort of kill things very quickly anyway that it's not really a problem. So let's go down and have a look what we're dealing with. So I currently have not completed this quest. So what we'll do is we're going to jump over here and I'm going to amp damage some people here. I'm going to stand back, I'm going to bone spear, and then I'm just going to explode some corpses, and we do something like that. And you can see our golem's nearly dead already, so it's, like I said, it's a little bit of constant recasting, but that will get better. Come down here. And my entire playthrough has been a complete breeze with not having any real gear at all. We can just solo the entire game. Let's do this. And that's a bit of a snapshot of how we do standard content. In terms of bosses, I will show you a little montage now of how we're dealing with bosses, because I know sometimes they can be problematic for a character like this. So we will cut to that now, and we'll have a quick look. Alright, so that is basically my update of where I am currently in Ladder. How are you guys finding Ladder? Are you invested in this or not? I'm disappointed in the changes, but for me personally, with never having run a Bone Necromancer through Ladder before, I've done the summons and the poison, so this is the last run through for me. I've actually had a little bit of fun. It's been completely different from a character class that I completely ignore and pretend doesn't exist for a lot of the time. It's been a breath of fresh air for me. So currently I'm still having some fun, but I'm not 100% invested with the lack of changes. I hope you guys have had some good RNG happening, and thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you in the next one.